It's odd, and even admirable, to be revered and remembered for who you are, as much or more than for what you do. Andrew Jackson is one of these rare cases in point. Oh, he accomplished plenty as a war hero in the Battle of New Orleans, a founder of the Democratic Party, and as the 7th President of the United States. He was arguably the first populist president of our country. Whether folks then or now agree with him or not, like him or don't, Andrew Jackson had character. Historians agree that Jackson's aggressive, feisty temperament led him into numerous personal altercations and many duels. But there is one duel in which Jackson himself requested that maybe personifies his character more than any other event that we know about in this remarkable man's history. Seems that Andrew Jackson placed a bet with one Joseph Irwin, a farmer, land trader, horse breeder, and Revolutionary War officer, on an impending race between their two horses. The bet stipulated that the loser would pay $2,000, and if a horse couldn't run, there would be an $800 forfeiting penalty. Before the horses could run, Irwin's steed went lame, and he and Jackson got into a dispute over the penalty, which Irwin eventually paid, but he didn't like it. Stories and rumors over the disagreement spread and grew until Charles Dickinson, who was Irwin's son-in-law and an upstart and ambitious attorney, plus an excellent marksman, took offense at all the gossip surrounding his father-in-law. So Dickinson sent a friend of his named Thomas Swan to ask around and find out just what sort of nasty rumors Jackson was spreading. Jackson got wind of Swan's meddling and confronted him in a bar, where the contention ended with Jackson beating Swan with his cane. This incident prompted Dickinson to begin publishing derogatory articles that included calling Jackson a coward. Jackson responded to these slanders by challenging Dickinson to a duel. The two men met at Harrison's Mill in Logan, Kentucky on May 30th, 1806. According to the rules of dueling, only a few paces, or 24 feet, would be between the men. Most people thought that Dickinson would easily shoot and kill Jackson. But Jackson and his second, Thomas Overton, had a plan. They determined that it would be best to let Dickinson have his shot first, since only one shot was allowed per man. But if Dickinson could somehow, in his haste, miss his mark, then Jackson would have plenty of time to take careful aim and hopefully hit and kill Dickinson. In preparation for this macabre plan, Jackson dressed in clothing much too large and bulky for his slender frame, and he developed a sideways stance to assume once he turned to face his opponent. These strategies were designed to disguise the location of Jackson's heart, hopefully spoiling Dickinson's aim. The caveat, of course, was that Jackson had to allow Dickinson to fire first, and Dickinson might kill him. But if Dickinson missed his heart, and Jackson could take the bullet and keep standing. Amazingly, Jackson's plan worked with shocking effect. After the order was given to fire, Dickinson turned and hit Jackson in the chest, only an inch from his heart. Smoke and dust billowed from Jackson's coat as his hand touched his chest, but he kept standing, which confounded Dickinson, who exclaimed, "My God, have I missed him?" Protocol required that Dickinson remain in place while Jackson aimed to take his shot. Carefully, Jackson aimed down the barrel of his pistol and hit Dickinson, who dropped to the ground. Dickinson bled to death. In Jackson's case, the bullet delivered by Dickinson was too close to his heart to operate, so Old Hickory held the slug's painful reminder for the rest of his life. While Jackson could have easily fallen from the blow of Dickinson's shot, he later, when conversing with a friend, said, "If he had shot me through the brain, sir, I should still have killed him." Was he genius or idiot? Madman or hero? Maybe a little of both. But one thing's for certain: courage and conviction were a portion of the enormous character embodied in Andrew Jackson. Never to put his own interests above his principles, Jackson put his own life on the line many times before his peaceful death at the age of 78.